Every evening, just as the world quiets down and the day winds to a close, our bodies begin to crave rest, but not just any rest. For seniors, especially, quality sleep is more than just a luxury. It's a necessity for physical healing, mental clarity, and emotional balance. Yet many older adults find themselves tossing and turning, unable to drift off or waking with stiffness and aches that never seem to go away. That's where a simple, 5-minute stretching routine comes in, not as a workout, but as a gentle signal to the body, it's time to let go. Imagine your muscles, tightened from the day's movements or long periods of sitting, finally being given permission to relax. This isn't about touching your toes or pushing limits. It's about honoring your body and giving it what it truly needs, a chance to unwind. Take Mr. Howard, a 74-year-old retiree who used to dread nighttime. He often lay in bed staring at the ceiling, his lower back aching, his shoulders tight. But once he began doing a few light stretches before bed, just 5 minutes, everything changed. Sleep came easier. He woke up with less pain. He felt in control again. This video will introduce you to the power of pre-bed stretching. We'll walk you through the benefits, debunk myths, and show you exactly how to get started without needing fancy equipment or gym-level flexibility. Your journey to better sleep doesn't begin with a pill or a podcast. Sometimes, it starts with a slow breath and a gentle stretch. As we age, our muscles tell a different story than they did in our youth. In our younger years, muscles bounce back quickly, tension is temporary, and flexibility seems to come naturally. But after 60, the body's language begins to change, and it often speaks in stiffness, tightness, and discomfort. One of the main reasons for this change is the gradual loss of muscle mass, known as sarcopenia. This natural process begins as early as our 30s but accelerates with age. With less muscle tissue, the body becomes more prone to imbalances. Simple tasks like standing from a chair or reaching for a glass on a high shelf suddenly engage muscles that were once relaxed, causing chronic tightness and fatigue. Another factor is the decrease in collagen and elastin, proteins that keep our muscles, tendons, and ligaments supple. As these proteins decline, so does our body's ability to stretch and rebound. Movements that were once effortless now feel restricted, and that tightness lingers far longer than it used to. Let's take the example of Mrs. Jennings, a 72-year-old grandmother who walks daily and enjoys gardening. She began noticing a deep tightness in her calves and lower back after long days outdoors. Her doctor explained that, even though she remained active, her muscles weren't recovering as quickly due to aging tissues and reduced circulation. Gentle stretching, he suggested, could help restore mobility and ease the tension built up over time. There's also a neurological component. As we age, the nervous system becomes less efficient at signaling muscles to contract and release. That delay can mean muscles stay tensed longer, contributing to that all-too-familiar stiff in the morning feeling. Add in dehydration, common among older adults, poor posture, and sedentary habits, and it's no surprise that muscle tension becomes a daily struggle. The good news? Muscle tension isn't a life sentence. Understanding what's happening inside your body is the first step toward easing the discomfort. With small, consistent practices, like mindful stretching before bed, you can begin to restore balance, reduce tightness, and reclaim control over how your body feels every morning. In the next section, we'll explore how stretching differs from exercise and why that difference matters for aging bodies. At first glance, stretching and exercise might seem like cousins, both involve movement, both aim to improve health. But for older adults, especially those over 65, knowing the distinction between the two can make all the difference in how you feel before bed and when you wake up. Exercise typically raises your heart rate. It strengthens muscles, builds endurance, and often involves resistance or cardiovascular activity. Think of brisk walking, lifting weights, or swimming laps. While exercise is crucial for overall health, doing it right before bed may actually stimulate your body too much, making it harder to relax and fall asleep. Stretching, on the other hand, is all about release. It gently elongates muscles, reduces tension, and signals to your nervous system that it's time to wind down. It doesn't require sweat or breathlessness. Instead, stretching feels like a soft sigh after a long day, especially when done with care and intention. Take Mrs. Evelyn, age 76. She used to do a 20-minute treadmill walk each evening, believing it would help her sleep. But it left her feeling too energized at bedtime. When she swapped that with 5 minutes of slow, mindful stretching, she noticed a major shift. Her body felt calmer, her breathing slowed, and falling asleep became easier. It's important to note, stretching isn't about achieving a certain pose or proving flexibility. It's about how your body feels as you ease into each position. There's no need to force or strain, just listen. You're working with your body, not against it. And unlike exercise, stretching can be done even when energy is low or mobility is limited. Whether you're sitting on the bed or standing near a wall, there are gentle stretches for every ability level. In essence, exercise energizes while stretching soothes. Both are valuable, but before sleep, it's the calm of stretching that your body craves. Done consistently, these gentle movements can become your body's nightly ritual, a bridge between the noise of the day and the stillness of sleep. You don't need an hour, a gym, or perfect flexibility to unlock the power of stretching before sleep. Just 5 minutes can change the way your body feels and sleeps. The key is consistency, mindfulness, and choosing the right moves that target the areas most prone to tightness in older adults. Let's walk through a simple 5-minute routine designed for seniors, gentle, safe, and effective. 1. Neck release, 30 seconds, ***. Sit or stand comfortably. Gently tilt your head toward your right shoulder, hold for 15 seconds, then to the left. This helps release tension in the neck and upper spine, where stress and posture issues often collect. 2. Shoulder roll and drop, 30 seconds, ***. Roll your shoulders forward slowly 5 times, then backward 5 times. After that, inhale and lift both shoulders up toward your ears. Exhale and let them drop completely. Feel the tension melt from your upper back. 3. Chest opener, 45 seconds, ***. Stand near a wall or doorway. Place your hands behind your lower back or clasp your hands together. Gently push your chest forward and open your shoulders. Hold for 30 to 45 seconds. This counters the hunched posture common in older adults and opens the chest for deeper breathing. 4. Seated forward bend, 1 minute, ***. Sit on the edge of your bed with feet flat on the floor. Slowly bend forward, letting your arms dangle toward your feet. Let your head hang. Breathe deeply and hold for up to 1 minute. This stretches the spine and lower back gently. 5. Knee to chest, 1 minute, ***. Lie down on your back. Slowly bring one knee up toward your chest, holding it with both hands. Hold for 30 seconds, then switch sides. This eases lower back tension and stretches the hips. 6. Gentle spinal twist, 1 minute, ***. Remain on your back. Bend your knees and let them fall gently to one side while your arms stretch out like a T. Hold for 30 seconds, then switch. This move massages the spine and relieves tightness in the mid-back. 7. Deep breathing with arm raise, 30 seconds, ***. Sit or lie down. Inhale slowly while raising your arms overhead. Exhale and lower your arms. Do this 3 to 5 times. It relaxes the nervous system and prepares your body for sleep. This routine isn't about perfection, it's about presence. Done daily, these stretches signal your body and brain that the day is done, and it's time for rest. You'll be surprised how something so simple can bring such deep relief. Stretching is simple, but doing it safely, especially for seniors, requires attention to a few important details. A gentle routine can ease tightness, but the wrong approach could cause discomfort or even injury. That's why understanding when and how to stretch is just as important as the stretches themselves. When should you stretch? The best time for bedtime stretching is about 15 to 30 minutes before going to sleep. This window gives your body time to relax, release the day's tension, and transition into rest mode. Avoid stretching right after a heavy meal or immediately after an intense activity. Your body needs to be in a calm, neutral state. For seniors who wake up stiff, light morning stretching can also help. But for the purpose of sleep, evening routines work best to prepare both body and mind. How should you stretch? Start with a warm mindset. You're not racing. You're unwinding. Move slowly. Stretch until you feel mild resistance, not pain. Breathe deeply. Inhale as you begin the stretch, exhale as you settle into it. Your breath is your guide. If it's short or strained, ease off the stretch. Use props like a pillow, rolled towel, or wall for balance and support. Seated stretches are ideal for those with limited mobility. Don't worry about how far you go, focus on how the movement feels. Let's take Mr. Charles, 80, who recently began bedtime stretches after years of tossing and turning. At first, he tried to reach his toes, but it caused discomfort. A physical therapist suggested bending his knees and using a towel around his feet for support. That one change transformed stretching from stressful to soothing. What to avoid? Don't bounce or jerk into a stretch. This can tear muscles. Don't hold your breath. Don't push through sharp pain. And don't compare your flexibility to others, especially younger people or past versions of yourself. Stretching is a conversation with your body. It's about listening, responding, and showing care. With the right timing and gentle technique, bedtime stretching becomes more than a routine. It becomes a ritual of self-kindness and healing. Many seniors approach stretching with good intentions, but bad advice. Over time, myths about flexibility, pain, and performance have been passed down like old bedtime tales. Some are harmless, but others can lead to injury or discourage people from stretching at all. Let's separate fact from fiction and debunk some of the most common myths that could be harming your progress and your sleep. Myth 1: stretching should hurt to be effective. No. Pain is not gain here. Stretching should never be painful. A good stretch may feel like mild discomfort or resistance, but sharp pain is your body's way of saying stop. Ignoring that can lead to pulled muscles or lingering soreness. Always listen to your body's signals. Myth 2: if you can't touch your toes, you're not flexible. Flexibility isn't about performing party tricks. Everyone's body is different, especially as we age. Your joint structure, past injuries, and muscle tone all play a role. What matters most is not how far you stretch, but how consistently and gently you do it. Myth 3: older adults shouldn't stretch, it's dangerous. On the contrary, gentle stretching is one of the safest forms of movement for seniors. It improves circulation, reduces stiffness, and enhances mobility. The key is to avoid bouncing, jerky movements and instead focus on slow, controlled breathing and motion. Myth 4, you should hold a stretch as long as possible. Longer isn't always better. Holding a stretch for 20 to 30 seconds is typically enough. If you go longer, make sure it's comfortable. For older adults, overstretching can fatigue the muscles or even reduce stability. Quality beats quantity. Myth 5, stretching once in a while is enough. Stretching is like brushing your teeth. Doing it once a week won't do much. But a little bit each day builds flexibility over time. A simple 5-minute nightly routine can create real change in how your body moves and feels. Understanding these myths isn't just about avoiding mistakes, it's about building confidence. When you know the truth about stretching, it becomes less intimidating and more empowering. And that confidence is the first step toward restful sleep and better mornings. Sometimes, what convinces us the most isn't science or advice, it's a real story. Hearing how someone just like us overcame stiffness, pain, or sleepless nights gives us hope. These stories are not dramatic transformations. They're quiet victories that slowly build into a better life. Martha, 72, from sleepless to serene. Martha had given up on sleep. Her lower back pain kept her tossing every night. Pills made her drowsy but didn't help the tension in her muscles. One evening, she saw a video on bedtime stretching. She thought, what do I have to lose? The first night, she only tried 2 moves, neck tilts and the knee to chest stretch. The next morning, she felt slightly better. Within 2 weeks of daily stretches, she noticed she could fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. Now, she calls it her evening ritual. Henry, 78, regaining confidence after a fall. After a fall in his backyard, Henry became fearful of movement. His doctor recommended gentle stretching to rebuild his balance and confidence. At first, even shoulder rolls felt difficult. But with time, Henry regained mobility in his hips and back. What surprised him the most? His improved posture. I feel taller, he laughed. But more than that, he walks with ease now, and no longer fears going to bed stiff and sore. Linda, 81, less morning pain, more joy. Every morning, Linda would wake up feeling 90 years old, tight hips, aching knees, and stiff shoulders. Her granddaughter introduced her to a 5-minute stretching routine. Linda committed to it nightly. Within a month, her mornings felt different. Not perfect, but better. She could tie her shoes without groaning and enjoy morning walks again. I didn't realize how much I missed feeling light, she said with a smile. These are not fitness gurus or athletes. They're regular seniors with regular challenges, just like millions out there. Their secret wasn't magic. It was consistency. A few minutes of stretching each night changed how they sleep, how they move, and how they feel. And if it worked for them, it might just work for you too. You've learned the science. You've heard the stories. Now comes the part that matters most, turning stretching into a lasting nightly habit. Not a once-in-a-while trick, but something your body begins to expect and enjoy every evening. Start small and stay consistent. The secret isn't intensity, it's consistency. Start with just 2 or 3 simple stretches. Don't overthink it. Even 2 minutes a night is better than 20 minutes once a week. What matters most is showing up, day after day. Anchor it to an existing routine. Tie your stretching to something you already do, like brushing your teeth, turning off the TV, or putting on pajamas. This mental anchor makes it easier to remember. For example, every time I finish my tea, I stretch. Make it pleasant. Play soft music. Light a lavender candle. Dim the lights. Use a mat or soft carpet. Your brain loves rewards, and comfort is a powerful one. The more enjoyable it feels, the more likely you'll repeat it. Track your progress gently. Don't pressure yourself to become more flexible every week. Instead, jot down how you feel after each stretch session. Less back pain, easier to fall asleep, or felt calm. These notes reinforce your success and keep you motivated. Involve a friend or partner. If possible, stretch together. It builds accountability and turns the habit into something social. One man said his nightly stretch with his wife became our favorite part of the day. Be kind to yourself. Some nights you'll forget. That's okay. What matters is returning the next night. Habits are not built by perfection, but by persistence. Stretching isn't another chore. It's a gift to your future self. Just like your favorite evening tea or your coziest blanket, bedtime stretching can become a comfort you look forward to. With time, it's not something you have to do, it's something you want to do. And that's how real change begins. You've come to the end of this journey, but in truth, it's only the beginning. Every night you choose to stretch, you're choosing to take care of yourself, to listen to your body, and to prepare for better sleep and brighter mornings. Stretching may seem like a small act, but it's a signal. A signal to your muscles that they are safe. A signal to your mind that it's time to let go. And a signal to your heart that, even in aging, there is renewal. It doesn't take long. It doesn't take perfection. Just 5 minutes of gentle movement, patience, and kindness to yourself. And when you make it a habit, something beautiful happens. You begin to look forward to the night. Not with dread, but with peace. You don't just rest, you reset. And in the morning, you rise not just awake, but restored. So tonight, stretch. Breathe. Unwind. You've earned it. Crescent Moon. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of the Sleepwise 70+ community. If this video helped you in any way, please give it a like, share it with someone you care about, and most importantly, subscribe to Sleepwise 70+ so you never miss a gentle, helpful message for your health and sleep. We'll see you in the next video.